Caleb, obviously over the weekend you made the decision to start Marco. We've asked you about him last week and before, but you've made that decision when Vytas is healthy. And why did you make that decision? And what are you continuing to see in him that makes you have faith?
Yeah, I mean, I make decisions every week. A lot of them. Some of them you see, some you don't. But I have to pick an 11 every week, and I think when you have a guy, like Vytas that has been in the starting lineup, when you go to another guy, it gets highlighted a little bit more. But every week, really, in theory, I'm picking 11 guys, one in each spot, and it's based on a lot of things. It's the tactics of the game, it's the current form, it's the chemistry of the group, it's the balance of the team, all those things. So really simple for me, it was current form, and just seeing how he's done in the game on both sides of the ball. I just felt it was the right decision for that game, and I think he justified that. And now that's 3 games he's played, and he starts to build a case and a body of work. And as the team continues to do well and he does well, then that's how things shift sometimes. Going back to not saying this will happen, but going back to the Adam Corsi, Jay Gleason, those type of decisions. I have to be fair to everyone. I like every player on my team, but I have to go with what I think is the right decision always. And you can't lose sight of the current form if a guy's earning it. And sometimes guys lose their jobs because they go out with an injury. Sometimes they don't. It depends a lot on how the player that goes in does. And Vytas will, obviously have a decision this week again, but Vytas will get his chance again. He knows that, and he's a good player. And I like to think that I have 22 starters, and that in some positions there's really tough decisions, more than others. That's certainly one that I think will be a tough decision every week.
It seems like Marco is kind of growing in each game we've seen him in. Are you seeing improvement in him every time he goes out there?
Yeah, I think it's been surprising just how steady he's been. There hasn't been a lot of ups and downs, mistakes, lulls. You kind of wait for the mistakes. You wait for the bottom to fall out a little bit, and you expect that. But we just haven't seen it. He's made very few mistakes defensively. He's been good in possession. I'd like to see him, still continue to get forward and get, quality crosses in. But I think the best thing about him in the games he's played is he's been steady defensively, and you actually will take that over the attack. I'll take that over attack out of my outside backs any day of the week, because it's very important in those positions that your outside backs defend and stop guys, and he's done that. But there'll be mistakes. I mean, he's a young player, but I've been really impressed with just how kind of steady and even he's been in 2 road games. He's played 2 road games and 1 home game. So a lot of times, in the road games, it's a bit more difficult because you're under more pressure oftentimes, and he's just shown a lot of confidence.